What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is Shane and this is The Shane Show. Alright guys, in today's video we're going to do everything you need to know about the C7 Z06. We purchased this about 5-6 months ago. Now is the perfect time to buy one of these that the C8s came out. They're in the low 50s for Z06. This is a 3LZ package, so it's just the highest package. It's got everything on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in depth of everything you need to know about it, hidden features, the navigation screen, all that. So let's get right into it. So one of the first things we're going to get into is everything right here with this key fob. This key fob is actually a key. If you hit this button right here, it will go ahead and release the key inside of the fob. Now this key right here is used if you got a dead battery. So if you guys look right here, there is a keyhole. This is where you insert that key. So it goes in there. So this is where you insert the key. Then what you're going to do is turn this to the right. You'll hear a click. And now the trunk's open. We can go ahead and open it. And then right here, there is this little latch on it. It shows a little door symbol. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna pull it and then the door is gonna open. So pull this. The door open, now you're able to get in the door. So, pretty cool feature. Another awesome feature is if you don't want to use the key fob to go ahead and get in the trunk, there is a little button under here right above the plate. You can see right here, there's this button. I'm going to go ahead and push that, and as you can see, it unlocked the hatch as well. So pretty interesting. You have lots of different ways to get in. You have the key fob. You can just press and hold this button here. You can, if it's dead, pop this out, put it under there, turn the key, pop it open. Use the little switch over here, pull it, that opens the door. Or you can just hit it right here if you want. So somebody that doesn't have the fob, you can just go ahead and do that if the battery's on. Now something else to keep in mind, on the 2015s and 2014s, this hatch will not close all the way if these doors are closed. So it's just something weird, little vacuum seal. On the 16s and newer, it'll automatically close for you. They fixed that problem, but let's check this out. If I want to go ahead and close this, as you can see right there. So a way to fix this is just leave the door open. So now we have the driver's side door open. Go ahead and close the trunk and it'll close all the way now. Perfect, seal tight. So that's crazy, but they fixed the problem in the 16s and newer, but just a little cool feature. So if you're having problems with your 15 and older C7, just leave a door open and it'll close itself. I don't like to slam it anyway, so I like to just push it. If I gotta give it a little bit of push, that's fine, no big deal, but hope that's a little secret you guys didn't know about. Something else that's special with this car, and it makes sense to do this, but if you lock the car, you can't get into the gas cap, which is awesome. You don't want people siphoning your gas, so go ahead, unlock, fuel door pops. One cool thing about this car is it does not have a gas cap, which I think is pretty cool. It's like a race car kind of. You just put the nozzle in, go ahead, fuel it up. So another feature too, if the battery's dead, this lever right here will also open this door. So for whatever reason, you get locked out or you get locked in, whatever it is, there's always ways to get inside the car. So didn't know how many people knew this was here, but you can hit that. It'll go ahead and open up this door. One other very interesting feature about this car, which I think is pretty cool, is if you look at the rear glass on the hatch, you can see that they're Corvette emblems, which is pretty freaking cool. Alright, so figured out if the key fob's dead, how do I get in? Well, what if the key fob's dead and I want to start the car? What do I do then? Well, so right here next to the steering wheel, right under the washer indicator, you're going to go ahead and just insert the key into that slot right there. And that's how you would start the car if the fob's dead, because it won't be able to recognize that it's there. So yeah, if you, for whatever reason, this is dead, slide it in there, it'll start the car. One other bit of information that you guys want to watch out for is the hood. Now on the hood, heat issues happen with the Corvette, and the paint can kind of get a little faded, especially with the carbon fiber hood. So just something to look out for when you guys are purchasing one. Definitely don't want something that's been faded or repainted or anything like that. We went ahead and ceramic coated this car, so no issues for that. So if you can, ceramic coating is definitely the way to go, but just something to watch out for here. It does fade on the top. So something you definitely want to watch out for is the leather. So you can see up there, it's starting to peel up. The leather on top of the dash, it just, when it's under the heat, shrinks. Something GM won't even cover because they know it's a problem. But get with the program, GM, what are you doing? But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. So you want to check out the leather on top. You want to check out the hood. This is like the two common areas. Something that you want to look out for on the inside, as you can see right here, getting in out on the bolsters. It's a common problem with a lot of different cars, but just something to be aware of too when you're getting in and out. This is also something that we were aware of when we bought the car. So I just mentioned those couple of different issues. I was able to talk the people down that we bought the car off of for those issues, because I knew I was going to have to put like $400 or $500 into just fixing those, or maybe even more. So I talked them down a couple $1,000s. But just be aware of what you're buying and make sure that you check those things out. Something else that also the newer ones have is they'll have a camera up here. 15 does not have a camera up here. Wish it did, but that was something that they looked into. So that way when you're pulling up, you can see how far you're getting from the curb. So fortunately not in this one. You just got to be aware. It does have this right here, this plastic piece to kind of go around and protect this. You can get a nice carbon fiber piece that goes around here, which I highly recommend. It looks absolutely awesome. And then the new arrow on the Z06s did come with that, and come with side blades as well, side skirts, carbon fiber side skirts on there. So I think that looks good too. Something else that I think is an absolute must-have when you get this car is you have to get the competition seats. Just the view back here, plus when you're sitting in them, they're heated and cooled. Absolutely awesome. Looks super cool from the back, just checking those out. Plus you have this awesome carbon fiber, and then right here, competition on the seats. Real nice job by GM on this. Another cool feature is you actually have some extra storage here in the back of the hatch. Pop that up, there's a compartment down there. We put our cleaning stuff in there, but again, that's a pretty cool spot just to keep some things. And I will say there is a lot of trunk space back here, guys. You can make trips. I think they did an excellent job with that. I know that the roof comes off and then you can attach that in here as well. You have the cargo net in here to help out with that, holding things in, but just overall, there's so much space in here. It's absolutely awesome. You don't have to worry about carrying luggage and all that stuff and trying to find places for it. So good job, GM. So that's about it for the outside of the vehicle. We're gonna go ahead and do some quick things inside the vehicle, go over some nice features and all of that information. Real quick though, if you can go ahead and please hit the thumbs up button, give me a like, smash it, destroy it, whatever you gotta do, just make sure it's blue. I appreciate it. YouTube likes it, so they play more of my stuff. And then also, if you can please go ahead and subscribe, so that way you can be in touch with what I have going on in the future. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, so there is a lot of cool features on here. So first things first, if you want to go ahead and hit the accessories, you're just going to hit this. Don't put your foot on the brake. That's how you start the car. Just going to go ahead and push this. Accessories turns on. All right, so accessories is on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the different modes right here that we have on the navigation screen. And I'm using these buttons right here on the steering wheel, left, up, right, down, and then the select button right here. So if I want to change those gauges, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll all the way down to settings. I'm going to hit OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down until it says display theme. I'm going to hit the right arrow and it's going to give me those different display themes. Now, if you want to link it to the drive mode when you have that mode select button in the center console, you can do that. Or if you want to change it to track mode, hit track. And that's pretty freaking cool. Gives you a shift light and everything. Or if you wanted to have your full-time display theme be the sport, or if you wanted it to be the touring mode as well, you can do that also. Me personally, sport mode has a lot of different gauges and off to the side, but the coolest one I will say is probably that track mode. I mean, that just looks absolutely awesome. You got your lap times and all that stuff in there, so definitely super cool feature. But I just wanted to let you know that you can select which mode that you want to be in on your screen, and it doesn't have to match the mode select that your car is actually in. Another cool feature is if you were to go over here and hit the navigation, then your navigation will pop up no matter what mode you're in. And then on top of that, if you hit the right arrow, you can say I want to resume my route, if I want voice prompts or anything like that. So no matter what gauge mode you're in, sport, track, you can select navigation on there. Another cool feature too is if you click into the audio, then you have selections of what you're listening to right there in the middle. As you can see, it just took over that navigation screen. And then under performance, that just shows you your G meter, miles per hour, performance timer, and all that information. So pretty cool stuff. Go ahead and mess around with it. Don't feel afraid to click buttons and that kind of thing. I know it can be intimidating at first, but feel free to just go around, explore, and see what kind of options there are. So if you want to have those pocket gauges like I was talking about, those are only available in sport mode. And those pocket gauges are, if we go over here, go into sport mode, you can see off to the left and the right, you have your temperature and your PSI for oil pressure. And those are changeable as well. So for this purposes, we're gonna go ahead and leave this in tour for right now, and let's get into the navigation screen. Okay, so a really awesome feature here with the screen is if I go to settings and I go down to valet mode here. Now when I click valet mode, it's going to ask me to put in a code, so I'll just, for these purposes, push 1, 2, 3, 4, hit enter. It's going to ask me to re-enter that information. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go ahead and hit lock. Now what that just did is it's going to lock the screen, and it's going to lock the button right here on the glove box so nobody can get in if they're valeting your cars. Pushing the button right here, nothing's happening. Pushing the button right here on the screen, nothing's happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock. So I'm gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock. Screen pops open. And then now I can also go ahead and open the glove box as well. So pretty cool feature. Another thing to mention with valet mode is if you go into this PDR right here, you go into settings. You can also do a valet mode recording, which we have that set right now. You just need to insert an SD card so that way it can record your data. But what this will do is it'll record absolutely all the information you want from the valet driver. So with the braking, the acceleration, all those different types of things. Also when you do this, keep in mind, right, you're in valet mode, locks the screen, locks the hatch, and it locks the glove box all at the same time. So really cool feature. If you guys want to do that, make sure that you go into valet mode recording, and when you do that, the valet mode is on, and the memory, just do overwrite data if you want to do that, or whatever, so you have the most recent information. So as you can see, there's two other features here that are not lit up right now. That's because we have to start the car. So you got driving mode, and you also have vehicle. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the car, put it in neutral. Let's go ahead and check out the vehicle option. So if you go into vehicle and you go into power door locks, something really cool with this is you can go to auto door unlock or unlock door anti-lockout. So, or delayed door lock. So if you go to auto door lock, you can say, okay, I just want the door to unlock the driver door or all doors, or something else you could do is unlock door anti-lock. You can have that off or on. And so, or you can have a delayed door lock, which it's off currently, so that way it'll just automatically do it when you get out of the vehicle. Another very cool feature is instead of always trying to change the exhaust note, so right now we're in touring, now we're in sport, you can hear the exhaust note, now we're in track, so it opens it up all the way. If you don't want to manually do this, you can set your car to where it'll just go into track mode or sport mode or whatever mode you want automatically among startup. So let's check out how to do that. So as you can see currently on the dash, it displays touring mode. So if I go over here to my navigation screen and I scroll up and I go to driving mode and I go to engine sound management, right now it's with the selector, but if I want to, I can choose stealth, tour, sport, or track mode. So if I hit track, it's always going to be in track mode, no matter what that selector says. I can turn the selector to sport, track, nothing's changing. Right now it is in track mode for the engine sound management. Now steering is a completely different setting. If I go into steering, still on the auto mode selector, and if I hit track, then it basically just overrides everything. So if you don't want to be in track mode, make sure that in here, or if your car's stuck and you're trying to figure out, hey, it's moving and nothing's happening, I still feel like I'm in track mode, go in here to your settings and take a look. So we'll go ahead and set this back at auto mode selector for the engine sound management. One other thing you can do is if you could hear the exhaust note, we're currently in track. If you click stealth, rolling into the neighborhood late at night, don't want to wake anybody up, or waking up to go to Cars and Coffee, stealth mode is what you want to do when you go ahead and start the car. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that back in auto mode select also. So another cool feature under settings is if you go to vehicle, and then you can go in lighting, remote lock, unlock, start, climate, air quality, comfort, convenience, lighting, power door locks, all that information's in here. So we go to remote unlock light feedback, remote lock feedback, remote door unlock. There's lots and lots of different settings in here, and it's all in the navigation screen. So if you're real curious about something going on in your vehicle, chances are it's probably with this navigation screen you can go in and make some changes. All right, everybody, so that is my everything you need to know about the C7 Z06, or some of the models C7 in general, some of the weird hidden features and secrets and things like that with the navigation screen. So if you please hit the like button, smash it, destroy it, make sure it's blue, also subscribe, and hope you learned something. Please put down in the comments below if you did learn something, so that way I know, and hope to see you in my next video. Just like that, Shane Chills out. Peace.